Hey everybody, Larry Bailey here, Mortgage Workflow Partners. It is September 28th at 1 p.m. Eastern. We meet every Tuesday at 4 and Thursday at 1. I know Thursday's usually a lighter crowd, but because a lot of people are working, I get it. And it's tough to make it. So I hope everybody is, and plus it's end of the month, and I'm sure your company's like any other average company, you got stuff happening. And so today's topic, we are going to be going through any open questions at all about what is happening on the 7th with regards to the Encompass Web Center and Encompass Loan Center. Luba, you always, Luba goes for the knockout. Like, what's everybody doing about the potential government shutdown? I don't know. Hoping that is not happening again. You know, it's no wonder that the international risk assessor people downgraded us from AAA. Like I don't know, seems like a self-fulfilling prophecy. Everybody wants, us all to be, aware of our responsibilities financially and do the right thing and have great credit. But we can have our politicians argue about paying our military on time and our benefits on time. It just, with our own tax money, I don't get it. But Luba, I digress. I will say this, keep in mind on this topic of government shutdown, if it does happen, remember that typically includes for FHA, which typically involves all FHA loans, VA loans. I don't know about USDA because it's a little bit different, but Luba, I think that's probably what you're talking about. Stick to Encompass. Sorry, Mike. Blame Luba. It's Luba's fault. But it is important. It is about Encompass. If it does go into shutdown, always there's issues with FHA loans, getting case binders reviewed or insured, those kinds of things. So do plan accordingly. So there you go, Luba. Oh yeah, thank you very much for reminding me about 45, any type of tax transcript, because the IRS, again, all of this depends upon what happens, but yeah, it's kind of like, why do we want to get into politics? Because, that's what happens. Flood. I don't know, Mike. Flood is typically through your service provider. So typically, flood insurance. Oh, I don't know, man. You got me on that one. Your guess is as good as mine. Anybody else want to take that one? Flood insurance? Like the government, like the national flood insurance, whatever it's called. Yes, national. I have no idea. I'm focused on 23.3 major release. But these are questions that you should plan for, right? So contingency plans. Listen, we're all administrators. You're probably not responsible for all of operations, although you very well might be. If you are part of that group, you should know these answers. Like, truthfully, I'm being serious now. So as a company, as an administrator, rather, you should always know in your company, like, if things go down, what do we do? Basically, these are contingency plans. I'm sure everybody who was on Encompass on April 1st, 2014, 15, somebody keep me honest, when Encompass went down for 3 days and we all thought it was an April Fool's joke, and it turned out to be an April Fool's nightmare that nobody wants to remember. Like, the entire Encompass platform was offline. I still don't really know what happened. I don't know if there was anything, but I do remember that. That kind of thing. Yeah, parks will be closed, so you can't go to a national park and do your Encompass work there. Anyway, my point is that you should always have contingency plans as an admin, and make sure it's available for everybody to know what to do. Anyway, the other thing I want to make sure we talk about things that are happening next week besides 23.3. On Tuesday at 2 p.m. we start our class for 23.3 Admins Mastering Encompass. For those that are currently in the 23.1, you're going to retain that, especially if you've paid for it. You're going to retain that for 12 months. So all that is happening. But new classes are starting. We have a new group of folks who are excited to learn more. and make sure that they are understanding everything from Encompass from top to bottom, especially with the 23.3 changes. A ton of stuff happening on the web, and explaining to folks on how to leverage that administratively is super awesome. I got asked earlier today on a client call about, is ICE really going to do this with Encompass? Are they really going to make it better? Because it's been a long time. And the answer is yes, like straight up yes. It's coming, and it's happening. And, I've seen it firsthand working with everybody at the most senior level of ICE. I'm watching this stuff happen. So take it from me. It's happening. So the best way you can prepare is getting on board with task-based workflows, getting on board with enhanced conditions. Why are those two things so important? Is because it gives you and your company the best ability to migrate very slowly and methodically and purposefully onto Encompass on the web. And it shows true value to even the smallest part of your company. But I'm telling you, if you tell somebody like, hey, we can automatically add conditions for real into the e-folder. Hey, we can automatically order a service when something happens. Those are real things. So usually that helps the conversation. For anybody watching this on socials anywhere, get over to mortgage.community to see the entire replay. If you're listening to this on the podcast, thank you very much. But hop over to mortgage.community and you can watch what we're going to go through, which is the Encompass Administrator Checklist. Answer any questions. Find out LUBA's contingency plans for government shutdown, because it's obviously on our mind. And let's get into it.